Yo,
Yo, buddy.
what's up?
Not a mucho.
I think I'm up and running on Twitch.
Are you?
My PS4 has been acting weird. It was like saying it wasn't my primary system, like something like that. I contacted them for my PS5.
Oh, that's cool. You can play Madden 21 PS4 on PS5.
Yeah, you can play both, right?
That's cool. So it doesn't render all these fucking leagues completely useless since the new gen. Like when PS4 came out, it made all PS3 leagues completely invalid.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, I guess. I think it's still broadcasting. I'm trying to find it. You know, does it just pop up on your Twitch when you're on?
Yeah, it should just be on your main page. Very good. What's your name on Twitch? Adrenzo6?
It's Clyde 215.
Yeah, it says you're offline.
Did I have our voice chat in it?
Yeah, it's fine. Just won't give away any secrets. Mine's in there regardless. So. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for now too. I got it. It's just twitch.tv/Clyde215. You might beat me, dude. Tell me when you want to search.
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Click it. You'll probably be waiting for me to load in. Yeah, let's go orange versus red. I'm kidding, by the way. I'll go all orange. So tired of this fucking song now. It's my alarm clock from like 3 years ago. And now it's like in every commercial. Roach wrote Carson's time has come and went.
In the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up.
Are we both white?
Guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3/4 of the NFL season.
All right, what was the meme? We'll restart it, by the way.
We're underway in Week 14.
I got it.
It's the meme of that guy who's like in the city and there's a touch door and there's I'm gonna get you out of here. I saw a meme, it's just that and the caption was like Frank Reich to Carson Wentz.
3, 2, 1, Clicked. You think he has a chance to go to the Colts?
I mean, dude, honestly, I feel like he's the kind of guy that just needs a good start, as much as that sounds shitty. Like, I don't think he's a lost cause, is pretty much my point. I don't think he's, like, terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a top 15 quarterback. Like, he's not great, he's not, like, awful either. Like, I think he could be successful, but I don't know. It's the type of thing that I feel like we can't keep him,
Yeah. It sucks, though. Like, I loved Wentz, but fuck it. I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I've defended him for a while, but I think it's time.
You're all white?
Yeah, I mean...
No, I'm talking your jerseys.
When we did that live, Don was, like, defending him very much.
Yeah. After going full on pro Nick Foles for the past 3 years.
I don't know. I feel like, but I know. I don't know. I don't know if it could be. I think Wentz is going. Like, it's the move. I'm happy they announced him as a starter. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard Joe and John talking about it when I was coming home.
We will see.
It is
Did you watch that
the best home field advantage in all of football,
documentary on the
and certainly
WFP
the loudest,
callers? Yeah.
as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
Angela's going to go on hard promoing it.
Technics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Good point.
At their own 26-yard line.
I told like 5 people I'd watch it with them after sending it to them. So, but I haven't watched it yet though.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Oh man,
And
what are you,
that
Miles
is the
Sanders?
kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things
Clearly
out.
just-
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Kaylee Kuoko. I heard about it, I haven't seen it.
Back to throw.
Oh shit.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Bro, my offense is literally the Eagles' offense.
And the ball drops incomplete.
Like, it's been like that in Madden leagues for like years now, where however the Eagles are doing, that's how I do in the league. And just this Madden, man, I can't get anything going on offense. I throw noodle arm passes. It's the worst.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
Yeah.
And it's Chiefs football.
Stay a good man.
1st and 10.
Fast as shit. That's
The
about
Chiefs
it.
in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was taken down by...
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Number 15.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
6 and 6, is that what you were?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Shit.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get.
Bullshit. Hell yeah. He feels it out of his arms, dude. That's
And
bullshit.
the coach has decided to throw the red flag.
Aren't you happy that
He
you're playing
will challenge
Clemson this
play.
week? That's what my jerseys look like. Fucking A, man. Madden's bullshit.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Like cheap-ass one-eared.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Are you going to that town hall
meeting? Job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Send an email to all the
so now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Definitely not Mahomes.
48-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
Oh, come on, dude. There's a hole there. Get through it.
50 and into Chief territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goodman, he may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He was brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
You're working again from 5 to 12. You just do watching movies the entire time.
Operating from the gun. Goodman looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rose. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Finished the entire series. And like Jared, you knew Jared, right? Yeah, so he would like come in and be like, "What you watching there?" Like Sopranos, he's like, "What's happening?" Tell him what's going on. We just talk about it. It's great.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
As long as you don't fall asleep, like
we should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Sorry.
To throw on 2nd down. Goodman. And that'll be incomplete.
I was trying to watch for
Good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
when Romo went silent. They were talking about on the radio a lot. And you see like Wentz on the sideline, like getting into it with what's his name, quarterback's guy.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's
fucking Chubb doesn't fumble the ball.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the
Totally
quarterback.
BSing on Monday. I don't remember the second half at all.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Too many Trulies.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
Yeah.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Those Trulies, bro. The seltzers feel so manly.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen.
I don't drink much.
He was only asked to
Like when I was
punt
back in
once in the
college, all I
victory
would drink
last
is
week
beer.
as he sends this one away. On the return is
Drinks
Cohen.
often, but like if I have a drink, it's either
That'll go as a
way super
39-yard
sweet,
punt. Give
either
him
a
9 on the return.
like
And the
sparkling
Broncos
wine
take
or
over. First
Truly. I'm
down
such a
and 10.
straight dude.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start
So
the next
married
drive.
and neutered
They'll
already.
be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the
There you
red
go,
zone.
baby.
So
There it
they
is.
want to do
There it
that
is.
again.
And so much
off
emphasis
me.
placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Damn.
Add this game
Face
to the
mask.
last one, and they moved the ball
Call
over
it.
50 yards in 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think
You
it's
like
a
my
lot
shotgun
because of
formation on the
the
goal line?
receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Oh no. Okay, good.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything.
Texting Joe that
Just
right
put
now.
it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind
That was smart.
up incomplete.
Throw the ball out of bounds and
We
then
do have a
grab it
flag
from behind.
down. Let's check in with our referee.
Very smart at this game if you can't
So
tell.
now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Adam Thielen.
The Chargers and Raiders, both in our division, are both contenders every year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
By contenders, I mean like Super
It's up
contenders.
and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
You played Giants and football team.
Now as they kick it away.
And Browns and Ravens. Those were the games that we've had. I don't know if you remember which one it was. Which one it was that you
Able to
played.
get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Who's that, Roach?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start
Roach.
their next drive. And for them, a touchdown
Yeah, Roach is
last
about
go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping
average
to do
to
that
above
again.
average
And
player.
when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Like, these are the only games in Madden I'll play anymore, though, just because like I like the chess game aspect of it that you don't get against like the computer or online people. But it's not everybody's cup of tea, so.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
There's no way
No,
we can
not
get
at
him,
all.
though.
They did a really nice
Like,
job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open
I
up.
think we either get the receiver from I would like to get a receiver if we get a top 10 pick. Like, if we can get Devonta.
On 3rd down.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, I'd love to give it Devonta
He gets it
Smith
to
or
his
the kid
running
from
back, Nick Chubb.
LSU.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. He gets 7 out,
No, I do
and
too.
he also gets a first.
Yeah, I still have high hopes for Rager.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Oh,
stack
man.
things up and make it difficult for the runner to come to the hole.
And he's going to be taken down here with a
I saw you
penalty
pull
flag
off, and I was
on
like,
the
should I throw
field.
it? And then I was like, all right, I'm going to throw
That's
it.
a good chunk of
And then,
yardage. It's going to be
too late.
canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Goodman.
Oh, you
And
fucking
the throw
rookie.
there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
I'm throwing with a taped glove, so
Fielded at the
I should
20.
take that off of him.
1:53 remaining in this first half of play.
Not only the glove, I have tape on it too. You gotta have the tape. Hey, if you have any ideas for Dom's
once we
calendar,
hit
please let me
halftime,
know.
as we do all season, we'll send it down
Like,
to
not right now,
Jonathan
but just
Coachman in
if we could.
Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but
Yeah,
surprise,
just like his
that
quirks
guy
and that
was
kind of
covered.
stuff.
So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right.
People are brutal
Now
on
he'll
Twitter
pull
with
it
the video. I don't know
down.
if you saw that.
He'll end up getting
Someone
5
said-
out of that, but now they're looking
Someone said
at
he looked like
3rd
Sonny
down.
Jurgensen, belly and all.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Yeah. I felt
It's
bad
a
for the
gain
guy.
of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on
No
the
way.
sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds.
How we both scored
So
touch-
a big call there
shocking.
that brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now.
I'm almost done showing it on
away for
microphone,
the
I promise.
second time.
This fucking microphone picks up everything, so I'm sure hearing my chewing and everything.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I'll be looking out for you.
Throw on 2nd down. Goodman forced out to his left. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Ouch.
And they'll work this
That
down
says
to
something.
the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the
Fucking,
Broncos going to use the second
so
of
we were
their
playing for the 1 seed
timeouts.
in my
As the stoppage will
league,
come
and
to
I
23
had
seconds
Lamar
to go
Jackson.
till halftime.
But it was Sunday
Back-to-back
morning. I'm like,
good
fuck,
plays,
man, I
have them
can't
on
take the
move
chance
on
not having a
first
quarterback, so I
down.
went and picked up Wentz. Wentz is the best option that was available.
Operating from the gun. Goodman escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos will use
But
their
if I
third
had
and
started
final
Lamar, I
timeout
lost by like
as they'll
0.8
stop it
points.
with
If I
14
started Lamar,
seconds to
there's
go in
no
this
doubt that
first
he would have had
half.
more than
So
0.8
from
more
the
than
17
Wentz.
now, here's a 1st and 10.
So effing pissed.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's brought down
That was
just
fucking
outside
stupid.
of the 10 at the 11.
Dude, I'm so dumb. I thought I had another timeout. I only called 2 timeouts on that drive.
So a touchdown.
Forgot I made that challenge earlier in the game.
Halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7.
Yeah, dude, there's 15 seconds left. I call a play, think I have one more timeout. And then there's a 10-second runoff, and I call a hurry up and get away with the 10-second runoff.
Halftime report. Coach set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 34 now, here's
So
first
we
and
do a
10.
fantasy draft. And
They run. Devontae Freeman.
like a lot of people
He's tackled
value
a yard short
speed
of the
and
marker.
youth
Good
over
gain
anything
of
else.
9 on first down.
So like someone like
Didn't have a
Julio
ton of success
will
here
last
so
like 20
far,
rounds
but
before
you
somebody
get the
picks him.
feeling that he might be on the verge of popping
Just
one.
because of his,
Yeah,
just
even
because
on
of his
that
age and
one,
his
there's a
speed.
little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Yeah.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this this one is down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 40-yard line.
Threw 7 interceptions last time I played a game.
An interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle.
Chubb's the only thing I got going on offense.
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
It's pretty uncommon for him not to break the first down.
Getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Broncos.
Looking to throw. Goodman flushed out right.
Oh my God.
And now he's going to use his legs.
We're so bad.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
No, we just stood there. Stood there and
started
staring at each other.
For Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Chubb. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
Yeah, I have that shit off. It's like that and the music, the soundtrack, I turn that off like right away.
From the 8-yard line.
Via your commentary, that's the Eagles game.
They'll try again
so
with
fucking
Chubb.
repetitive.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Wolf there on the stop.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Why is Ass Madden giving me a 5 wide on the 4-yard line?
I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Trying to join this town hall.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goodman. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Saul Goodman.
Down and goal.
The kick by McManus is good.
Did he really go to North Penn?
The Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
Today I learned.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks,
Why, you won the Super Bowl with the Broncos?
No one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore.
Who do you win the Super Bowl with?
Field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one.
You know how pissed Watson has to be?
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first
like, that's
down.
it's the only thing he has.
Duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
In the run game, you're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Right? We're talking fucking DeAndre Hopkins here, like. That he is. Has he landed anywhere yet? Or is he just still unemployed?
Roll him out right. He'll run it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds. So
I thought you were a Penn State fan. I was going to say more
exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
I thought you went there and then transferred to Westchester.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones.
Yeah.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there.
So you are moving into your dad's mansion?
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. This is Freeman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
Isn't place like close to where you live right now, or are you moving far?
NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
The Chiefs on 3rd down.
It's free, right?
For 5 to this point.
You
This
know,
is 3rd and 8.
What can you complain about?
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
31-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
No.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown.
What time's the Ravens game on? Is it on right now?
Drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively.
I don't know, that Wednesday game was super early.
Prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Right?
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes.
I'm with you, dude. Like,
looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game
it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of like I wish I could just be like on a Sunday relaxing and watching it.
He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
"Oh, the game's not till tonight. Good. If they're going to do a weekday game, I think it should be at night."
Mahomes going to throw.
The daytime
Flush
ones.
to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
No, why are you taking it out, bro?
I
did not take that shit out.
The football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open.
If you're tired of Mahomes, you can trade him with me.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into a disaster for them.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Back to throw. Goodman. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 30.
Oh, my God.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run. Jump. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here we go. Maybe the
I'm just wondering if I actually want to do this or not.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
I'm doing it. No. Oh, he almost, oh my God, he almost blocked it.
McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6.
So I was weighing whether or not, even if he scored a touchdown, with the lag that's in kicks in this game,
excellent question.
I feel there's a very good shot that he missed the extra point. So I was weighing whether or not I actually wanted to call a timeout and instead go for it. Whether, because I didn't know if I believed my theory or not.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Mahomes now on first down. Completing it to the right side.
You're saying it like it was sarcastic.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's just what we need.
Every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final
not going to let it happen again. Thank you.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work
I love having a fast quarterback.
in the right position.
at the 36-yard line.
Like Wentz was great his first 2 years. Like he was quick, right? He's just so heavy-footed now. Hurts reminds me of like the most speed we've seen since Vic.
Deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot.
I think a lot of it's coming from him too.
That one incomplete.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't think Hurts is going to be a good quarterback, though.
To throw. His throw caught.
Fuck, man. Nice play.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
What's that?
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their
that is
defense
awesome.
has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Let's do this.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
He's going to let it fly.
Good game, dude. It's rough.
Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying
I can't believe he made the extra point. More so. I gambled on the assumption that you would probably score, but fuck.
Sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
If you stick around, I'll get you next time.
Thinking his guy was open, that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards.
You don't have to be. Just putting that out there.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field.
Don't feel tied to it in any way, though.
Correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Oliver's pissed.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's all good,
So
dude.
this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do.
You got to create a coach at some point.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. All
right, dude, I got to go to this town hall.
Major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win
Much love, brother.
downfield.
Talk to you later.
They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one.